there's some that's ripe again. It's just a really great day for blackberries. The week started out peaceful enough. Taking care of a few extra chores, we put up a new scarecrow to protect the corn. We got the pumpkins planted, and there was a tornado, but we all slept through that. It was Paw Paw's birthday, so we headed into town. Well, with town comes a little bit of noise. We couldn't believe the turnout for Paw Paw's birthday parade. It appeared to be a real morale booster for folks in the neighborhood who had been stuck in quarantine for 4 weeks. Channel 4 News, our local ABC affiliate, even showed up to interview Paw Paw. We're lucky to have a field that's overflowing with wild blackberries. If you're looking to find wild blackberries yourself, you're going to want to look in sunny places, along fence lines, highways, overgrown meadows. Make sure that you're asking for permission from landowners before you trespass. These things have thorns. You want to protect yourself. Wear some gloves, some long sleeves, some long pants, some closed-toed shoes. Bring a big stick. You want to be able to poke around because they tend to hide things like snakes, wasp, poison ivy. Make sure you're looking before you step. Only pick the ripe ones. They're not going to ripen after they're picked. Ripe berries are going to be deep plum colored. They're going to easily come off when they touch. What are we going to do with all of these blackberries?
Hi, and welcome back to the Culinary Closet. I'm your host, Travis. You ready to get to cooking? So today, I am going to make blackberry cobbler. And it starts with fresh blackberries. Yes, picked from my very own yard. Are you ready? Let's get started. First, we're going to take our fresh blackberries and we are going to add them into another bowl. And this is 3/4 of a cup of sugar. And it sounds excessive, but they are very bitter right now. It's the beginning of the season, so we want to make sure they're sweet. You know, like grandma. Unless your grandma's not sweet, in which case I'm sorry. And you're just gonna toss them around a little bit. You're not trying to hurt them or anything like that. You're just trying to teach them a lesson. So we're going to add our dry ingredients. So to our 1 cup of flour, I'm going to add, it's a 1/2 cup of sugar. Two teaspoons of baking powder. Y'all remember that movie Powder? Lord, that boy was white. He had some blonde hair. Anyway, and then you want to add some salt. Not the Angelina Jolie movie, but just regular table salt. And you want to mix it together you know, meld into a happy family. You know, Archie Bunker and Edith are in there. They're hanging out with the Jeffersons. All right, here we go. Now we're going to add our wet ingredients. This is 1 stick of melted butter. Please be very, very careful when messing with melted butter. It can burn, and ooh, it does. We are going to add a cup of regular milk. And then this is a tablespoon of vanilla extract. Be very, very careful when using vanilla extract. A little goes a long way. And you just want to mix this together until it's kind of a mix between a pancake batter and a cake. Lumps are perfectly fine. You know, who doesn't love a little bit of lumps besides Kim Kardashian? And you're just going to mix it up in there, get it all nice and mixed up, make sure everything's combined well. So now that that's all mixed up, we're going to put that to the side, and we're going to get our greased dish. Depending on how many berries, how big they are, you can dice them up. But since the blackberries are kind of larger, we're going to put them in a deeper pan. And we're going to get our trusty spatula. Thank you, Anne. And we're going to pour this into our greased dish, like so. We are going to get our blackberry and sugar mixture from earlier, and we are going to spoon the mixture right on top. I like starting in the edges to make sure that the sugars spread evenly throughout the entire dessert. But you know what? You can just plop it on in there if you want to. It depends on you. And you keep spooning. Stop it, not like that. Tell you who I like to spoon with. Where's that George Clooney right about now? I'd like to spoon with... And you keep spooning the blackberries into the mixture. It's okay to press them down. You just want to make sure that they are going to stay in place and everything is going to not bubble out once you cook it. Now there will be a little bit of sugar juice from the berries. That is perfectly fine to add in there. All it's going to do is add a little bit of flavor. As you can see, our concoction looks like so. And right about this time, you want to make sure that you have your oven preheated to 375 degrees. It's going to go in for about 35 to 40 minutes. I will see you when that's done. Ready? Here we go. Right, so it's been 35 minutes and we've taken out our first dessert. I have to make 2, even though there are 3 people in my household. That goes out to Jerry and his mother. And you want to make sure that the edges are nice and golden brown. You want to make sure that the edges do have a nice bubble to them. And you want to make sure that it is cooked fully through. It's best served with freezing vanilla ice cream or a custard. Either one. And if you have any other berries that may be of season right now, strawberries make an excellent substitute for this recipe as well. So go out there and try something new. And hope you enjoyed today's visit to the Culinary Closet. Like you said, I'm Travis, your host. Until then, happy picking.
So worth it. So worth it. Oh, it's perfect. That's how I would describe it. Perfect. It's delicious. The cobbler or the berries, the tart from the berries, the sweet from the cobbler cake, oh, and the edge of the cobbler, where the cobbler meets the pan. It caramelizes like a shortbread cookie or something. It's delicious. So worth it. Mm.
Thanks for watching. Everybody, please subscribe.
Caught him. Mm-hmm.
Mm.